Hello, everyone, and welcome to RHI, RHI Stories of Courage, Hope, Attitude, and Inspiration. My name is Sharon Clausen. I work in the foundation, and today I'm really excited to introduce you to Isaiah Falquist and his dad, Ryan. And welcome, guys. Thank you for coming.
Glad to be here.
Today, we're really excited about Isaiah's participation in our sports program. So I'm going to let you guys take it away and just tell everyone how you've become involved in RHI sports.
Yeah, sure. So I think first of all, Isaiah has spina bifida, so he's in a wheelchair, and obviously he's not able to do just about most of the sports that are out there. Nothing's really catered towards him. We live on the north side, so we're actually in Westfield, and we've always kind of been looking around, and we were always trying to see something that he could do and be a part of. And the way it came about is I actually saw something at the Monon Center where they were having a wheelchair basketball tournament was being hosted there, and I kind of was like looking, doing searches, just trying to see what was going on, and I think that's just really how I kind of stumbled across it because I didn't really know we didn't really know a whole lot of people in the community at that time. Isaiah is now 11 years old, so I believe that was his first year of playing. I guess we started with just the basketball, and then we just added sled hockey, but that's kind of how we found RHI in the first place.
That's great. Isaiah, what grade are you in?
I'm in fifth grade at the Westwood Intermediate School.
And why don't you tell everyone what's the name of the basketball team you play on?
RHI Junior Racers.
RHI Junior Racers. And then what's the name of the hockey team you play on?
So they're called the Indy Steel.
Ryan, why don't you tell me a little bit? How did you see the sports program helping Isaiah?
Well, I would say like in our search for trying to find something for him to do, we were involved with something local that was geared towards, I guess, kids with with any disability. It was for children that have any sort of disability that they could play some sports and get along. And we went to that for I want to say at least 3 years, 3 or 4 years. And the one thing that we noticed was that there weren't a lot of kids in wheelchairs, which was fine. And Isaiah would, like to be involved and play. And say if they were playing soccer or something like that, he would get out of his wheelchair, and they would let him play goalie, for instance, right? So not everything was catered towards him. So finding and being able to find something that was catered towards, his situation with being in a wheelchair, but also being able to try new things. I feel like that's really how everything started with RHI. I think once I found you guys, I was able to look on the Facebook, I believe that was, and your first event that we ever did was a tennis workshop. And it was just on I believe it was just on a Saturday at Heritage Christian, and we were able to play and get into a different wheelchair for him, which was great. And he was able to, kind of like move around a lot smoother and try a new sport, try tennis. And he just excelled at it. So just in asking and talking about what the program was all about and finding that there were other sports available, we jumped at the opportunity.
That's really cool. You brought up the idea of the sports wheelchair. Hey, Isaiah, what is the difference between like just a regular wheelchair that most people are used to seeing versus like the sports wheelchair that you use for basketball?
It's smaller. Like the thing on the back that you put your back on, it's a little bit smaller. Like the chair I normally have, or the chair I currently have, which is a loaner, it has like a headrest and stuff that chair doesn't. It's like only goes to like the lower back, and the wheels are curved out a little bit, and there's no brakes on it. So like the reason why there's no brakes is because they want you to stop your own chair without relying on the brakes a ton.
What made you decide to try out hockey?
My dad told me about it, and then we went to a clinic, and I we were there for like an hour or something like that. I was like, I like this, and then I told my dad, hey, I might want to play this, and then yeah, I just went to the next practice and yeah, just became a member of the team.
What does the sled look like, and how do you move around on the ice?
So it's like you're kind of like a normal sled, but it's like there's things on the sides to keep you in because on other slides you would or sleds you would just fall out for like if you're going down a hill or something in snow, like that kind of sled, you would just fall out. But this one has like something like where your thighs are and stuff, and it just like or it goes from your thighs down to your legs, and it like keeps you in. And there's like the seat belt, and then there's a one down here for your legs, so your legs don't flop everywhere and stuff. And then there's these little like treads or something like that, little metal things that so like you can actually move around in the ice. And then the sticks, it's like hockey sticks, kind of in the small. They're smaller. They're in a different shape. A little bit. They're a little bit more straight. And then there's these metal picks on the bottom too, and then you move around and push with those. Yeah.
And I would say this is his second season playing, but it was just amazing to see just how far he's been able to just like advance in his like knowledge of hockey. Because I never played hockey. I love sports, but I would never really follow hockey. And being able to just see him try a new sport, love it, and then I've really fallen in love with it too, just because it's so much fun to see not only him but all his teammates out there on the ice.
Right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming and doing this interview with us. We're really happy you're a part of our program, Isaiah, and we're really excited to see continued growth in our new hockey program and how fun that you get to be one of the original members of the team. As you can hear, the travel that they do, the wheelchairs they need, some of the specialized equipment, all of that costs a lot of money, and all of that has been made possible because of individuals who have donated to the RHI Sports program. And so included with this video is a link, and if you just click on the link, you can donate, and we really will just say thank you so much ahead of time for considering donating to the RHI Sports program. And we'll see you all next week.